Hello everybody and welcome to the final, can you believe that, the final video in the Wanderer channel and how far we have come. So we've mastered, well hopefully not mastered, but we have gotten control of the old basic Playalong strum. We're further confident with that. And we've been exploring the D7 chord. Now, up until now, well obviously we've not played any songs yet because what we've been doing, believe it or not, we've been building this solid pyramid. The solid pyramid, and I like to call it the Banjo Adventures Song Pyramid. This is no music theory, by the way. I can't teach you music theory because I've not learnt it myself. So I can come up with some nice concepts, and this very simple concept is, imagine we're building a pyramid. So the pyramid is split into 3 layers. And the bottom layer, the big foundation, is what we've been working on from day one. That's our solid rhythm. Building our jackhammer, our basic Playalong strumming right hand solid. Yeah, let's give it some of that confidence. That's the foundation of our pyramid. So once we've built that, the second middle part of our pyramid is those lovely chords. You know, we've been open G, we've been blessed with the open G, and then got that lovely D7. So only 2 chords, but believe it or not, we can play a tune with just the 2 chords. And that's the middle section. Now, obviously the D7 is quite tricky at the moment because it's the first chord we've learnt. Open G, you can play that all day long, no problem at all. The beautiful thing about Clawhammer Banjo, or Banjo in general, is because it's tuned normally to open G. Say if this was a guitar, you play a G chord, you've got 4 fingers, so straight out the box, you're fiddling a bit up here and you're getting your finger up there and it's awkward and you're cumbersome, and just to play a G chord you've got to mess about doing that, and then to do a C chord you've got another 3 finger, forget all that, stick with the banjo, straight out the box, you can put your hand on your head, G chord, done. Second one, D7, 2 fingers. D7, and just those 2 chords we can play a tune, but we can't play a tune because we're missing the last piece of the song pyramid, the Banjo Adventure Song Pyramid, the triangle bit. So what is the final piece of the puzzle that we're missing? The final piece of the puzzle that we are missing is a little thing called the melody. So what is the melody? Look at it this way. A melody is the part of a song that you can whistle to yourself, or you can hum to yourself, or you can sing to yourself just using the letter D. So for example, what song is this? D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D. If you know your nursery rhymes, you'll know that's Mary Had a Little Lamb. But how did you know that? Just from the, I didn't sing the words, I didn't play any chords, there was no rhythm, it was just me making D sounds. And that is because the melody is like the skeleton of the song. And we've been building this pyramid, and the final piece of the pyramid, the triangle bit at the top, is the melody. And without the melody, all you've really got is rhythm and chords. Which is fine, sounds good. But it's not a song, is it? There's no melody. So how do we play the melody? Well, believe it or not, you've been playing melody all along using the back of the middle fingernail. Every time you strike a string, that's a melody note. Melody. What do I mean? Well, let me show you. So just using the basic Playalong strum and the D7 chord, I'm going to make a tune putting the final piece of that pyramid into place, the melody. So the first tune we're going to learn on Banjo Adventures is Skip to My Lou, and then just listen to the melody as I hit with the back of my middle fingernail on those hammer downs. skip to my loo, 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 skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. Could I have cocked that up any more? I don't think I could. Should we try again? I'm going to leave this in because I want you to see that I make mistakes all the time, and it's good. But you'll notice I just played through that one. Let's try again. Loo, loo, skip to my loo, 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 skip to my loo, 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 skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. Now the great thing about melody is the melody can come from two different places. It can come from your mouth or it can come from the banjo. Let me demonstrate that. So if I just play Skip to My Loo again, but I won't play the melody notes with the banjo, I'll just play the rhythm. So just by doing that, you probably couldn't hear the Skip to My Loo, but now let me create the melody. I'll do the same thing again, but I'll create the melody with my mouth and I won't even sing the lyrics, and see if you can hear the song. Loo, loo, skip to my loo, 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 skip to my loo, 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 skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. So you can create a melody just by using your mouth. You can either hum, sing, speak, or whistle, whatever you want. But not all of us want to be singers, and you know, that's okay. You can create the melody using the back of your middle fingernail when you're doing your striking down on the strings. So what we'll do, we'll go back to the old recording studio and we will fumble our way through Skip to My Loo, and we will learn it in two chunks, in two pieces. And I think we are, hopefully by the end of this video, we'll have that first song in the bag. And once the first song is in the bag, that is when you can officially call yourself a banjo player. I mean, you could call yourself a banjo player from day one, that's no problem, but once you've got this song, once you've got this song in the bag, it sounds good. And also, in this video, we're going to learn this cool pull-off technique. I didn't want to teach pull-offs until a bit later on because they're not essential, they're just decorative, but listen to it. Sounds good, doesn't it? So yeah, this is part one. Let's head back to the recording studio and we'll work our way through Skip to My Loo. And this will be your first song in the bag. I need to get back now because I've been up here on this hill for quite some time now, and I think it's time to head back. So thank you for, what am I talking about? This is not the end of the video. This is us going back to the recording studio working on Skip to My Loo. So yeah, let's go back and we will work on the tune. So welcome back to the box room, and today is a new day. So yesterday I was up on the hill doing some recording and it was a very hot day, and when I got back to the box room, which is what I'm in now, it was like a sauna because this window here that provides my light, it is south facing, so you know, we get a lot of light coming through, but at the same time it can be like a sauna. So today's a new day. Either way, we're gonna be learning our first banjo tune, Skip to My Loo. Quick playthrough, sounds like this. The great thing about this tune is it only uses two chords, our standard open G and the D7. And as I showed you on the hill yesterday, and the final missing piece of this puzzle is the melody. So what we're going to do is identify and find those melody notes to create the song. And this is the first song that you will learn in Banjo Adventures. We're going to be learning many, many songs. This is the first, I don't want to use the word easy, but it's the first breakthrough song that we're going to learn because, like I said, it's only two chords, it's fairly straightforward to play, and it's instantly recognisable, and it's a lot of fun to play. So So obviously we're using the back of our middle fingernail to hammer on the strings. And we're hammering on specific strings to create the melody for the tune Skip to My Lou. So if you've watched the tab, understanding how to read tab videos in the Wanderer channel, you should be able to play along and follow along. If you've not, I would suggest you go and watch that. But if you've not watched it, we can still work through this tune together. So the first part of the tune, we're going to strike the second, third, second and first string. So it sounds like this: second, third, second, first. I'm going to tie them in with the basic Playalong strum. After that bit, we're going to then fret the D7 chord, and then we're going to strike the third, fourth, third and second strings, so it should sound like this. Tie that in with the basic Playalong strum. And all together, we should sound like this. Again. So that's the first part of the tune, and if we was to sing the lyrics, it would sound like this: Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, 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 skip to my Lou. Okay, let's have a look at the second part of the tune. So the second part of the tune is pretty much a repeat of the first. So again, we're going to strike the second, third, second and first strings. And then the end part, the final quarter, is a little bit trickier. We're going to fret the D7 chord. I'm going to strike the third and second string. Release the D7. And then it's the third string twice. So that final quarter, one last time. Okay, all the way through, it should sound like this. One more time. With the lyrics: Lou, Lou, skip to my Lou, skip to my Lou, my darling. Okay, so now we're going to play through it all the way through together, and because you're watching this video on YouTube, you can use the go in the settings and you can turn the playback speed down. So if I'm playing it a little bit too fast, you can obviously turn the speed down and play it at a speed that suits your ability. So what I'm going to do for that reason is play it at a moderate pace. So A, it is challenging enough for you as a beginner, but B, if you do want to slow it down, you can slow it down, so it gives you the option then of playing it at whatever speed you want. But a bad habit is obviously to vary your speed, so you play fast, play slow. So what you tend to do is play that bit quick and then trying to find that D7 chord. There you go, you got it. So what we don't want to do is have pauses when we're trying to fret the D7. And all that boils down to is playing at a speed that suits your ability, what you're at now. Because remember, we've been working on this Playalong hand since day one. But we've only just started incorporating this left hand to do the D7. So our left hand now is trying to catch up with the skills of our right hand. So let's get into this part of the video. So I'm going to put the tab on the screen and I'm going to play through it at a moderate pace, and basically I'll just play through it a few times and then you just play along and let me know how you get on. So when you're ready, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. One, 2 and 3, 4 and. One, 2 and 3, 4 and. And what we're going to do now is we're going to actually modify the tune just ever so slightly on that final quarter. On that final quarter we're going to play a pull-off. Now I don't want to teach embellishments, pull-offs and slides for a bit later on, because I think it's important to get a few songs in the bag, really work on the rhythm, the chords, and getting melody notes before we start adding decorations on like pull-offs. But adding a pull-off to this tune, it's fairly straightforward. What I'm going to do, play that final quarter. So on that part there where we go, skip to my Lou, my darling. I'm going to fret the D7. I'm going to hit that melody note on the second string and then pull off using our index finger. See my index finger there? So 4 things happen there. I'm going to strike, pull off, strum, thumb. So those 4 things should happen with equal space. So skip to my Lou, my darling. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Again. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So all together. So it just adds a little bit of decoration to the tune. And one final bonus tip is when you fret the D7 chord, what you could also do is hammer on the full chord. So normally we'd play it like this. But try hammering on the chord so it sounds more like. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Getting quite decorative now, aren't we? One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Let me know how you get on in the banjo cabin.